explain to you why we chose this name later. If you look at the A over there, that's actually the physical location of this soon-to-be retirement facility. Here's a little closer. Here's a little closer view of that. Our marketing plan will be going to a company called Paradigm Strategies. It's a consulting company based in Massachusetts. It specializes in the construction industry. As I mentioned, Mr. Morgan, he's the managing director of Paradigm Strategies. He's also the CEO of his own company and also the former Soviet Union country's Trade and Information Office minister. Currently, there is a Turkish developer. The name has not been given to them because this project is currently under the feasibility stage. And when it gets accepted, it will be called the Big Village Company. There's also a local marketing and sales team there, which has not been named. Now we're going to talk about the economy of Turkey, its social structure, its politics, and its legal framework. Here's some basic information about Turkey. Turkey's geographic position makes it really attractive for economic development, international foreign direct investment, and tourism. Turkey can be described as a mix of culture, religion, and European taste and design. In fact, 99% of the country practices the Islamic faith. Turkey is the largest emerging market in Europe. Its private sectors include retail, trade, and wholesale. It's very some of the industries have influence from the government, as transportation and banking, and there has been some privatization efforts from the IMF and the World Bank. As you can see here, inflation has gone down from 2003 to 2007. This is pretty much because of the economic framework set by the World Bank and the IMF. On the other hand, government is spending a lot more from 2003 to 2007. As a result, external debt has increased, and coupled with a large current account balance, Turkey is definitely very prone to an economic recession. Two of its most known industries are textile and agriculture. Agriculture is really inefficient, actually, because of primitive technology, and the textile industry transformed from a mom and pop market into one of the world's largest textile manufacturers, which account for 4.3% of the global market share. As you can see here, Turkey is transforming its economy towards a service-oriented market. As you can see here, 63% of the country's GDP is from service. Foreign investment, there's been $20 billion of FDI in 2007, which 23% came from American investors, and 10% of the total investment was greenfield. This limited amount of greenfield investment still indicates country risk. Emerging market. Turkey is an emerging market, as I said. It's experiencing economic growth. Its labor market is increasing by 0.8% every year. Low labor cost. It has the lowest monthly wages per worker in all of Europe. Relatively weak infrastructure, as I mentioned here. As you can see, it is a relatively weak infrastructure, but it is improving. And our research found that currently Turkey is transforming from an emerging market to a new growth market. And Hofstede, just quickly want to talk about Hofstede and how it applies to our project. As you can see, power distance is relatively high, and the implication to this that we feel that we should contact a local representative so he would know the structure of the business organizations. Turkey is not an individualistic country, and the implications of that is we want our ads to be very family oriented. Turkey is prone to risk. It's threatened by risk, and one of the implications of that is our ads. We want our ads to be not to appear risky, and we have to emphasize safety and comfort. Once again, Turkey is not a masculine culture, and the implications of that are we want our advertisements to be emotionally charged. The political framework, it's a Republican parliamentary democratic system led by President Gül and Prime Minister Tayyip. Economic, social, political liberalization are the key political drivers, as well as religion and secularity. Legal analysis, pretty much indicates that it has a relatively strong legal framework. All patents, trademarks, design, copyrights are protected by law, and for a majority of more than 10 years. Sorry, I don't like doing that.
Okay. Well, that said, there isn't much of competition for the type of retirement community we're trying to build in Europe. In fact, there actually are no facilities located that exist that are similar to ours. However, our contact, Mr. Morgan, pointed out two such retirement communities in the United States called Del Webb and Leisure World that actually offer a variety of services and products that we'll get into later. They offer them in a format that we were trying to kind of match, but in Europe. And the reason it's more advantageous in Europe is not only because it doesn't exist anywhere in Europe, is that there's a huge population that retires and doesn't go to communities to retire. They actually travel, they go to other countries, they do other things. So this is an important group of people that we can attract to our retirement community.
As Supin mentioned just before, the prevalence of retirement facilities in Europe or the surrounding region are pretty much none. So to determine buyer behavior for this type of facility, we decided to look at other common buyer behavior traits among people in the region. A couple of things that we looked at were things like leisure activities, income level, the education level, and the health status. These kind of factors also helped us to determine what kind of demographics would fit into our particular facility, considering its premium image. For our segmentation strategy, we decided to go with two different targets. Our primary target is going to be the Turkish elders who are 50 years and older. We're looking for people who are moderately educated, who are coming from cities, and who earn an income roughly of about $15,000 US a year. For our secondary target, we're taking others from Europe and the surrounding region, also 50 years and older, and we're looking for some pretty similar characteristics, also educated, also urban dwellers, and also fitting in with our financial demographics. One special initiative that we did have was in terms of our segmentation strategy was that Turkish cities are becoming relatively overpopulated, and this is causing lots of problems in terms of transportation, logistics for cities, and just generally overpopulation problems. One of the initiatives here is to focus on people who are specifically in Turkish cities, the elders that are in Turkish cities, to alleviate some of the stresses. And this is also something that the Turkish government is looking favorably upon us for because we're able to help with this overpopulation problem. This chart here kind of gives you an idea of the difference in population sizes, and it really shows you how the population problems in cities are becoming a greater issue. In terms of our marketing size, we estimated a number of about 17.5 million people who are living in Turkey and who are above the age of 50. Now, it's not reasonable to assume that all these people can or will be interested in our services. So what we estimated from this is that approximately maybe 20 to 25% of those people would probably fit within our target demographics and would be maybe open to this new concept of retirement. One thing worth noting in terms of our research is that we had a limitation in terms of the demographics for other countries. The main problem is that there are so many different countries who have residents who may come to stay in Turkey at our retirement village, and it's not reasonable to get an estimate of every single country that could possibly do it, considering they could come probably from anywhere in the world. And next, Faison's going to talk with Supin about our marketing entry strategy.
Okay, so as Scott just mentioned, the government is supportive of our project because in the major cities of Ankara and Istanbul, they're trying to reduce the population, and idea is to develop undeveloped